Today we're taking a look at some hyper-competitive 3v3 ranked play in Rocket League, and we're going to look for some ways to improve your gameplay. Stick around to learn more. So the match starts off with me coming off of the break and initially picking up one little dot of boost and then tumbling into the ball, freezing it in place, and then using that spare second or two to run on over and grab the boost off of the field. However, my teammates leave the goal undefended. I zoom into the goal in order to play a little bit of defense, and we manage to clear the ball out of position. The ball is now in the corner. I am the only one close to it at the time. I know I have two defenders in defense, allowing me to play a little bit aggressively in order to get a good clear. I use every opportunity I can to take a look towards my goal and make sure I still have a friendly in position. If I don't see a friendly in the goal, then I know it is my responsibility to rotate to the goal. So often in Rocket League, we have people that aren't paying attention and they're so focused on trying to make some insane, awesome offensive play that they forget that it is equally as important, if not even more so, to play defense. So, as a general rule, make sure that you are constantly looking back towards your goal whenever you have the opportunity and determining where your teammates are. And understand that if you are closest to the goal, then it is your responsibility to take up a defensive position like you just saw me do. Whenever our goalie pushed forward to be aggressive, I went ahead and I took up a position in front of our goal in order to play defense. I didn't waste my boost on that shot, however, because I saw that it was actually traveling too high and it wasn't going to be a threat. But as the ball travels down the field, so do I, just in case it needs a slight adjustment there at the end. Fortunately, it did not. My teammate made a great shot, and with 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the game in regulation, we are back at the kickoff. Once again, I tumble into the ball, freezing it in place, kicking it down the sideline, and then make a play for gas canister, making sure that I have the opportunity to use boosts in order to get position on the field. There you see that the opposing team made a shot on goal, but unfortunately my own teammate knocked me out of position. One of the most important things to understand in ranked play is that generally speaking, the folks that you are playing with are roughly similar to your skill. Right now I'm playing right around 700 or 800 skill rating, and the guys that I'm playing with are starting to be really good, so it's imperative that you trust them to do their jobs. And so if it looks like your teammate's going to make the save, trust them to make the save. Never knock them out of position, because then you are just, you're not trusting your teammates and you're putting yourself and your teammate out of position and giving your opponent a huge advantage. So trust your teammates to do the right thing. You know, sometimes they're going to make mistakes. Everyone has a bad game, but that's just the nature of the beast, especially in competitive sports and competitive games. So here we continue pushing the ball down the field. I know that I have one guy on defense, so I am free to jump up and make that aerial center. I was hoping that the guy that I was playing with there on offense would get to the center of the field in order to make the play. He was unable to, however, we were able to get back on defense fast enough to at least put a wheel on the ball and prevent it from going towards the goal. We still did have a defender in the goal, and so I was able to play a little bit aggressively here, trying to move the ball back up the field into the clear. Whenever that goalie pushed forward and started to play aggressively on offense himself, I knew it was my responsibility to jump back on defense. However, when my teammate then rotated back to the goal, it left me the ability to clear. Guys, the gist of it here is, whenever there is an opportunity for you to play defense because no one else is doing so, it is so important that you actually do it. If there is no one in the goal and the ball is in your zone, the defensive zone, it is imperative that you put yourself there. Here you see I accidentally centered the ball for the opposing team, so it was my job to follow up. When you make a mistake, you got to fix it yourself, and there I centered the ball for the opposing team, so it was my job then to use the rest of my boost to make sure I pushed that ball out of the way and made sure it was no longer a threat to my teammate. As we cleared the ball down the field, though, I had the opportunity to pick up a little bit of extra boost, and here I had an opportunity to score, but I knew that they had a goalie there, so rather than waste all my boost and then tumble into the goal, I jumped a single time, not twice, so I didn't overshoot, and I did what I could to keep it in the zone. Here the ball pops up, I have the rest of my boost, I jump up, make a decent aerial shot. Their defender was out of position, and as a result I put my team up 2-0 with a nice looking aerial goal. Here I am starting in the defensive position off the break. It is imperative that if you are closest to the goal off of the kickoff, it is your job to remain on defense, at least for the face-off and the kickoff and the initial iteration here. However, I did make a nice offensive play and I cleared the ball down the field, so I used the opportunity to burn off the rest of that 100% boost and try to make a decent play on the goal. Unfortunately, as I hit the ramp, I ended up tumbling crazily and actually taking myself out of the play because I wasted that boost and I got a little bit too aggressive, but I had great teammates who were playing well defensively and they were able to keep the ball in the offensive zone. Here you see I have both of my teammates in front of me, so I know that it is my responsibility to play defense, but I just got too overzealous on that attempt right there. I saw a great opportunity for an aerial and maybe even a goal, so I went after it, but my teammates were able to compensate. They saved me. They rotated back onto defense and saved the day, keeping the ball in the offensive zone. Once again, here you see that both of my teammates were already on offense. I saw an opportunity to make a good shot, so I zoomed in there, used the rest of my boost, took the shot, but then quickly got back on defense when it didn't pan out. Here I attempted the exact same thing and I paid for it. It was my responsibility to be on defense. I got overzealous with my attempt to take a great shot and get a goal. I missed, and as a result, the opposing team scored. Sometimes it is better just to be happy with what you got and not get greedy because you end up getting scored on. That goal was completely my fault and I learned from it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked my commentary and that you found my analysis beneficial and that it improves your game. If you're looking to learn a little bit more about what I do here on YouTube and more about my channel, make sure to click on that video on the left. That is a summary of what Controlled Pairs Gaming is all about. If you like Rocket League and you're looking for something similar to this video, make sure to check out that video on the right. And of course, if you like my content, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I take a lot of pride in generating some high quality gaming content and making sure you guys are well entertained and well informed. And until next time, this is Controlled Pairs signing off.